Hey Blackhawks, it's Tuesday, April the 21st, and you're watching the Blackhawk Broadcast. Let's start this show off with Madeline's piece on what to do when you're bored.
If I had to bet, a lot of you are getting bored in this never-ending quarantine. I know I am. But what can you do when you're stuck at home? Here's some ideas. Spend time with your family. Just be sure to social distance, especially if you have older relatives. Play with your pets. They're an excellent stress reliever. Go outside. You can ride a bike if you have one, take your pets out, or attempt gymnastics. Write a short story, or if you're feeling creative, try writing a whole book. Bake or cook something. Just don't burn your house down. Work out or take an online dance class. Learn to play an instrument, or, if you already know how, try writing a song like Derek did. Clean your room. Sorry, your parents paid me to put that one in there. Play cards. Don't know how? That's okay. Jack will show you.
Hey Blackhawks, today I'm going to teach you how to play the card game Speed with 2 players. Step 1. Using a standard card deck, remove the jokers and shuffle. Step 2. Deal 5 cards to each player. This will be the playing hand. Step 3. Then, deal 15 additional cards to each player. This will be the reserve hand. Step 4. Deal 5 cards into one pile between the 2 players. Then deal 2 piles of cards consisting of only 1 card apiece. Finally, deal the final 5 cards. At the end of this step, the dealer will have no cards and there will be 4 piles of cards between the 2 players. Before we start playing, here are the rules. Each player keeps 5 cards in their playing hand and no more. They may pull cards from their reserve pile at any time as long as they don't have more than 5 cards in their hand at once. You must play a card that is 1 number less, more than, or equal to the 1 in the play pile. Players can play in either pile and do not have to take turns. The game is won by the player who runs out of cards in their hand and the reserve hand. When both players can no longer play any cards, you will flip the piles of 5 onto the 2 center play piles. Let's play. Play begins with both players flipping over the 2 center cards and playing cards until they are both stuck. You will then flip over the cards on top of the piles of 5 and keep playing. The first player to run out of cards wins.
Thanks. I want to share my favorite book with everybody. So I think we should check out Elliot's thing.
I bet you didn't know this week is National Library Week. To help us celebrate, please consider joining our Community Read Aloud project. The best way to access the Community Read Aloud project is by heading over to the North Buncombe Middle School webpage and then come over to the Library Media Center tab. And if you'll scroll down just a little bit, you'll see the link for the Community Read Aloud. It will open up the Flipgrid. You will see the video that explains why we're doing this project and how you can contribute. All you have to do is click the addition symbol to record a few seconds or a minute of your favorite book. It's a great way to share things that we're reading or favorites that you may want to pick up and read in your spare time. And don't forget, on the Media Center webpage, there's also a Digital Resources tab that will remind you of how to access Sora and the NC Digital Kids collection if you are needing something extra to read during this time of quarantine.
Cool. Well, speaking of books, Sophie's got a package on virtual help.
Hey Blackhawks! Virtual school may not be the most fun, but here are 6 ways to make it feel less chaotic and for you to be less stressed. Number 1, make a to-do list. Whenever you begin, look at all your classes and either write down each assignment on paper or create a Google Doc. If your teachers give you a list, then they've just done that part for you. As you finish assignments, cross them out and you'll know what you still need to do. Second, make a schedule for your Zooms or whatever video calling app your teachers use. Set timers for 3 to 5 minutes before so you can get set up and you don't miss them. Also, make sure you know which ones are optional and which ones you need to be at if possible. By doing this, you can make sure you're not running around to find things you need right before a Zoom and you can avoid double booking yourself. Third, take breaks every so often. To avoid taking super long ones, set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes and grab a snack or use the bathroom or just text your friends. Breaks will help you be able to focus better. Number 4, if possible, have a designated workstation that you keep your laptop and supplies at. If it's a table beside your bed, that works, but it's much easier to just have all your stuff in one place. Fifth, if you're the type of person who focuses better with some background music, then turn on some chill music that's not too loud. And last but not least, try to get into a routine or as much of one as you can. It can be as simple as just doing your classes in a certain order, or you can set an alarm to wake yourself up at a certain time, but a routine will help you have a sense of normal, which is always good. Thanks for watching. Back to you, Jacob and Caleb.
Thanks. You know that Derek's got a thing on Mrs. Mars' Victory Garden, so let's check it out.
Hey Blackhawks, this week we only have one virtual vibe to show, actually spotlighting a 7th grade social studies teacher from our school, Miss Zamara. The Buncombe County Schools Communication Department put together an interview describing how Miss Zamara makes connections from the past and the COVID-19 virus to help fellow students endure through this crisis. According to the interview, it said that Miss Zamara made a point that history isn't just from a book, because we are in it right now and experiencing history. The interview also explains that she likes to do hands-on learning through arts and fun activities, and that's exactly what she is about to do. Before spring break, when Miss Zamara was teaching a unit in World War II about victory gardens, when people of the fighting countries planted gardens to support food system recovery, it gave the teacher a great idea to collect seeds, send to her students so they could create their own victory gardens like those 80 years ago. Miss Zamara and her 2 students, Julian and Kaylee, explained that there was something joyful about planting something, watching it grow, and eating it for food. They also said it could help people ration their food and allow them to go to the grocery store less so they can avoid the virus. That is it for this week's Virtual Vibes. Back to you guys.
Thanks. That was awesome. That's all for this week. Be sure to subscribe to MEMS Live or Caleb's Wi-Fi will go out at home. Bye.